All right, and we're live. Welcome, everybody. Got our Wednesday, April 8th, I believe, is the number today. And we're going to be live with Coach Sam. So, hey, Coach.
Hey.
How you doing, Sam?
Doing good.
All right, it's good to see you. Got a couple people
Already
popping in the chat to say hi.
All right.
Excellent.
All right. Since I like to think of myself as a man of few words, we'll get started. So I guess all we need today is a jump rope, right? And then some space to jump rope in, I guess. Thing. We're not going to jump rope for very long. Just spend most of the time untangling it. And only for like a minute or so, just to kind of get the blood pumping. We got lots of other fun things to do if you saw the picture that I posted, whatever the terminology is.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, if you're looking for that, check our feed. We post it every time before we go live, so you can back out, take a peek. Or if you're watching later, you can jot it down, and then you can follow along with us without having to exit out of the video.
And of course, what jump rope session isn't complete without
Oh, yeah.
me doing it wrong. Alright, so about a minute. Set this off to the side. Pretty much done with it. So all we need is yourselves at this point. So we're just gonna start in place. I'm just gonna do some butt kickers. Right, just get your heels to come up and get hit, but just like that. Okay. And then we'll do some high knees. Nothing fast, right? Using our arms. And then we're gonna do some skips, right? And when we skip, we're gonna reach up. So knee goes up, arm goes up. All right, now heel clicks. So we're gonna start with our feet a little bit far, a little bit wider than our shoulders or something just like that. All right, and all I want you to do is you're gonna jump up, you're gonna clap your feet together and then land back with your feet apart. So we're working on the muscles on the inside of our legs. So you jump up and land, right? All right, so breath already, so that's who you're learning from. Now we're gonna do kick stretch, and just to the challenge, if you need something to support you, then do that. But I'm gonna try and challenge myself, so another opportunity for you guys to watch me fall, hopefully not on my face. So I'm gonna stand, and I'm just gonna kick. And I'm gonna try and keep my balance. And like I said, try. All right, and we'll switch over, other side, and And notice I'm using my arms as a counterbalance. Maybe we'll do that before what I have last. Oh well. It's live, people, so you don't know what to expect. I just got inspired. Okay. All right, and the good old open the gate. All right. So working on picking up our knee, picking up our whoop, just like that. Try and stay balanced through the whole motion. You see, I can stop. All right, not falling. I can stop and not fall. So, like your type wire act, or I don't know.
We're gonna be acrobats by the end of this.
Yes. You know, well, I remember as a kid always trying to walk on the rail on a railroad track at my grandparents' farm. All right, now close the gate. And again, same thing. I can stop at any place and keep on balance, or at least ideally not fall over like that. The part of why I'm falling over is I'm kind of tensing up my feet. I'm not laying them flat on the ground. I'm not relaxing them, right? I'm starting to tense up, try and like push myself back over this way, and I kind of lose my balance. I want to stay relaxed through my feet and let them just kind of spread out on the floor. And if I really concentrate on that, all of a sudden it becomes a lot easier, right? So don't try and force yourself to be on balance, right? Just try and kind of stay in that place where you maintain the balance, right? It's, as if any of you have been around me for any amount of time, especially in my class, there's the thing I always say, is like, you can't make things happen, right? You can only kind of let things happen. So this is a prime example, right? I tense up my feet, then I'm gonna fall because there's no give or adjustment that I can do. But if I just kind of relax and just kind of feel that balance point, then it actually is a lot easier, right? If I concentrate from the beginning on sensitive feet. Alrighty. Alright, so now what we're gonna do is wash the feet, stick your foot out, and then sit. I'll go side profile for a second. This is a very important thing about it. And I've said it before, but I like saying things over and over again. So my hips go back. And there you go. And I'm trying not to bend my back at all. Tightening up these muscles right here, hinging at my hips. Oh, we have. Time always goes a lot faster with these things than what I anticipate.
Yeah, I really have to tune my excitement for doing stuff anytime I write a live stream list.
Is this gonna be enough? I mean, I don't know. Okay, so now we're gonna go with a classic, and that is downward dog. All right, so we'll start off, we'll get on our hands and knees, and you want, if you look straight through here, my hands are directly underneath my shoulders, right? And my knees are directly underneath my hips. Alright, so it's pretty important to keep them stacked one on top of the other. What I'm gonna do, I go in side profile. Or I'll just step over here, there we go. So here, curl your toes, alright? And keep my elbows pointed towards my knees. And I'm just gonna rise back up, and I'm trying to just let my head dangle and be here. Now, what I want to be doing is I want to be trying to use my hands, pushing my hips up and back. All right. Really work on relaxing your neck. So you're just kind of naturally looking through your legs behind you. And remember that pushing backwards, okay? Pushing your hands, pushing your hips back, trying to get them over your heels, just say. At least pushing in that direction. All right, and we'll go down, and we'll relax, and we're gonna do it one more time. So curl the toes, elbows in, so that my arm bends like this, and then rise up and pushing backwards with my arms. All right, so I wish to be further remembered, downward dog is a great stretch. It's probably the best or the essential piece of yoga, right? I mean, like every yoga routine has it, and it's like one of those fundamental things. You get the most out of it knowing it. So it's always good to do. All right, I will probably do more of it in these live streams since I talked it up so much. So now what we're gonna do, we're gonna lift our front foot. Now I didn't say tap, but we're gonna lift our front foot up in the air 3 times, right? So we're on guard, and we're gonna go lift, 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 okay? Now, what we don't wanna do is try and push like this, okay? Because I'm going backwards at this moment. Right? And the point of lifting your front foot off the ground is to go this way, right? And so if you push and make yourself go that way, it seems like it's somewhat counterproductive. And you want to be off balance a little bit, right? Because this is not a stable position with only one foot on the ground. And if you see that, I move forward if I lift my front foot. So that's what we want to do. So go lift, 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 okay? Lift, lift, lift. All right, and we'll do it one more time. That's pretty simple. Lift, lift, lift. All right, so now what I want you to do is we're gonna do that 3 count again. Lift, 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 and then you're gonna lift your front foot one more time, and you lift it up, and then you're gonna lift your back foot up in the air, and my feet are gonna be, none of my feet are gonna be on the ground at a moment. So I'll do it right here. Lift, 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 and then lift, lift, and back down. All right, I did it kind of big there just to show you, but it can be like this big, right? You only have to lift your feet a little bit, right? Lift, 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 down. Lift, 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 down. All right, lift, 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 down. And a little detail, I didn't write this down on the thing, but I was noticing myself when I was doing this, when I was performing the drill, was I was being pretty heavy, right, with my front foot. And that's not something we want to do. So I'm being really light. Lift, 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 and then lift, lift. And I'm kind of picking up my foot, right, ready to go forwards if I have to, right? I'm being conscious about not putting my weight forward. Because that's a bad habit to develop. So lift, 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 lift. And then I set it down. Lift, 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 lift. Oh, I didn't set it. Didn't bring it up. That's all right. Okay, so now we'll move on. We're gonna do one more. We're gonna basically do the same thing that we did, but we're gonna add a lunge onto it. The lunge doesn't have to be super big. It's just a kick out, developing tempo. That's kind of the theme of the live stream. I guess every live stream I do, it's all about tempo. So lift, 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 kick. Lift, lift, lift. All right, we'll stay here, relax, making sure everything is in alignment. I'm not stiff, right? I'm relaxed in my breathing. That's usually a good tell if you're tense or relaxed. All right, and recover back. So lift, 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 lift. Okay, and then recover. Lift, 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 recover. Lift, 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 lift. All right, so now what we're gonna do is we're gonna do a retreat off of the 3 count. So lift, 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 and you're gonna do it one more time, and you're gonna kind of maybe move your foot out a little bit, but you're gonna put your front foot on the ground, and as you're putting your front foot on the ground, you're making your back foot go backwards and reaching back. Lift, 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 and then step away. All right, lift, 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 and then the front foot comes up, and as it comes down, you try and jam it and push yourself away. And it doesn't have to be big, right? You can do big action if you gotta get out, but big action, big distance, and so if you make a big increase in distance, then you're probably not close enough to hit them. So sometimes you gotta do that to not die, and that's important, right? Not getting hit is a very important thing to achieve in fencing, but it's also important to hit people. So see, making you feel like you're here. I'm giving off obvious platitudes that every coach tells you every time you're here. So, you know, it's a nice soothing atmosphere that we're bringing here. So lift, 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 and then step away. Lift, 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 step away. All right, we'll do it a couple more times. Lift, 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 step away. Lift, 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 step away. Lift, lift, step away. Okay, so now we're just gonna add a lunge onto that. So pretty simple. Lift, 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 and then you step up, step away. Lunge. Right there, I made the arrow. I took a big step. And so what happened when I felt it was when I stepped away, I took that long to get back into the lunge, right? So I kind of was like, whoa. And so that gives my opponent more time to recover, put their blade in the way, hit me if I have my hands, that gets in saber and epee, you know, or
you get punished. You
get punished, right? You're giving them time, right? And time is what they need. Time is the most valuable thing you've got in your entire life because it's a resource you're always running out of. And so if you give them time, right? I mean, you're just feeding them. It's just feeding them your life essence at that point. God, you don't even need to go to the Skeksis. So, all right. So lift, 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 and then step back, lunge, right? Lift, 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 step back, lunge. Lift, lift, lift. So that was kind of the tempo that I wanted.
Nice.
That I wanted from the thing. Lift, lift, lift. And I'm kind of hitting that ground, bouncing and pushing into one as soon as my back foot touches the ground. Lift, lift, lift. As soon as I touch the ground with my front foot, I'm hitting the ground. And then right as my back foot touches the ground, that's when I'm pushing into the lunge. But, all right. Lift, lift, lift. Lift, lift, lift. Lift, lift, lift. Lift, lift, lift. We'll do it one more time. Lift, lift, lift. And screw it up one more time. Why not? All right. Cool. Now, next thing. Footwork in place. So this will be a little more free form. I'm just here to guide you and inspire you, but you're just going to be making your feet move in place just like this, right? Nice soft step. And then occasionally you're going to change the tempo, right? And you can, you know, vary however you want, right? If you really want to work on how seamless the change is, so there's no pause, then you maintain a consistent change, right? So that you kind of know when the change is supposed to be happening, and so you can kind of watch what you're doing as you're approaching that spot. And so then, but if you feel like you're pretty confident or you want to work on it, right? Working on improvisation, even when you're not perfect at making those perfect transitions, that's still a necessary skill. I've seen plenty of fencers that move oddly, we'll say, move oddly, and you know, they're not experienced, you know, they're not nice polished technique and stuff, but they beat people because they understand on how to change things, right? So their changes aren't as pretty, but the fact that they know how to how to use the change effectively makes it so that they can beat people. So even if you're doing things all picture perfect, Instagram live quality, you know, it doesn't mean necessarily that you're going to win automatically, right? It's understanding and applying concepts and techniques good enough to get the job done to a certain extent.
Oh yeah.
You know, the higher the polish or the higher quality the tool, probably the more you can get done. But plenty of people shop at Harbor Freight too. All right. Anyways, so all right, I'm moving nice and smooth, and then I'm changing. Right, and I'm lowering myself down when I'm changing tempo, because that's kind of a predatory posture, and you know, engages people's flight or fight response, which is what I want. Right, if I can get them to react, then they're under my control. All right, so we got that idea down, pretty simple. So now what I want is we're gonna have, I want you to, again, we can keep the same tempo, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, you know, whatever. But you're gonna change, instead of standing in place, you're gonna do a retreat or an advance, okay? So maybe I'm going to do it consistently, right? So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 3, 1, 3, and I'm moving forward. And I'm doing it on the fast tempo, but I could move forward, move backward. All right, so figure out what balance of Suzuki school and improvisation that you want to go through. And so, you know, just changing tempo, moving in, moving in, stepping away, stepping away. All right, I'm only moving this far, so wingspan. All right, I'm trying to keep contained inside. Not totally clustered living room. All right, so that was pretty simple. Now, mix it in. Now I want you to mix in not only stepping forward or stepping back, but add a lunge onto it. Sometimes, right? And also it helps, I guess with me, because I'm sitting here talking and I'm kind of screwing things up. What helps for me when I'm trying to do these kinds of things, I'm thinking about a person in front of me, right? And envisioning their reactions, right, to what I want. What do I want them to be doing? Or what are the possibilities, I guess, of what they're doing? and then I'm kind of building a strategy off of what I think. So using the straw man argument to better you, I guess. So I'm moving, I'm hitting my tempo nice and slow, and I step in, oh, they react, right? Oh, they try to hit me, I hit them, right? Well, that was a little far, but hey, I got the luxury, so I might as well use it. So, oh, step away, line, and then you can mix in, blade actions if you want to get a little more advanced. So basically just shadow fencing at this point, right? Moving, trying to stay in place. Oh, I got him on the run now. Pushing him back up, all the way back to the end of the strip. Look, try to hit me there, no problem. I can deal with that. Oh, scared you. Scared. Oh, gotcha. So, visualize. It's okay to be a dork. You're already doing fencing, so we're...
It's over.
It's over at this point. All right, this one's gonna be a little shorter than usual. So we have a very simple workout here. We're gonna do 14 reach throughs, 6 jump squats, and 5 yoga push-ups. So reach throughs. Lay on the ground, put your feet flat on the ground, and I want you to reach through your legs all the way over to the opposite side. So this way and this way. I'm keeping my shoulders off the ground. Okay, that's the key. If I just slide like this, it's pretty, keep my shoulders on the ground, it's easy, right? But if I crunch up my abs and keep my shoulders off the ground and swivel, now it sucks way worse, which is what we're going for. Okay, jump squats, pretty simple. Stand, feet shoulder width apart, toes pointing forward, squat down, jump up and land. So what I want to see though, or I don't want to see, yeah, I feel like I'm at the club now. It's a soothing experience for me. It's only 6, okay? So we want to just like bang, 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 right? So not, land, land, right? 1, 2, 3, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Eventually you'll jump like this off the ground. That's fine, right? That's the point. Okay, yoga push-ups. All right. We'll start off in downward dog. And then you're gonna dip your head in your chest down and then push up, okay? And then down and back to downward. Down and up. And up. So that'll suck. So let's get started.
Anna says the floor is lava.
The floor is lava.
Except for the reach throughs.
Except for the reach throughs.
So the floor is lava 2/3 of the time.
Ow, ow, hot. Okay, go. Also, this counts as 1, this counts as 2. So it's actually 7, 6, 5. I don't think that's kind of the numbering over there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
One more.
All right. Now we do it again. I guess I don't even need to get up off the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, that one's
Extra credit.
well, it's oh yeah, that's right. All right. Anyways, oh yeah, and I got up again, slowing the process down.
All right, beginning of set 3.
Beginning of set 3. You can also do these from your knees. If you, so, start off here, okay, sink down, and up, and through. I'm weak, so I'm pointing my elbows out, so try not to do that. Try and keep your elbows in, like you're trying to squirm out of like a little crack in the bedrock or something. So those count for mine too anyways, so I only got 3 more to do. Alright, oh, that's right.
Set 4. Ugh. All right, set number 5.
I feel like I'm gonna slip.
You can jump.
There's some Instagram gold right there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yoga push-ups. What's wrong with me?
You know, when you're at a buffet or at a potluck and you just fill your plate up.
Yeah, or you go to the grocery store, hungry. You're like, cake's on sale?
I'll take 3.
I'll take 3.
I guess we're starving out here for push-ups, but
Whew. Oh yeah.
Set number 6. Starting up. All right, set 7.
Set 7.
The penultimate set.
Lost count there.
Definitely extra credit.
Definitely extra credit. My eyes, they be a stinging. What am I doing? My favorite.
I love you, yoga push-ups.
Yoga push-ups.
Anna says, go Sam, go.
Go Sam, go.
Next workout, we'll adopt the Marie Kondo method. We'll thank the push-ups for...
Yes, for showing me something. Okay. Reach through. Is this 8?
Yeah, this is set 8.
This is set 8. Ooh. All right, it was a little shorter today, but hopefully you guys gleaned something from me grunting about on the floor. So I guess stay hydrated, stay safe, and don't touch your face.